back to your Daily Dose. My name's Robert, and I'm with my friend Overtime Susan because she loves going overtime.
I just, I gotta share a little bit more of this with you
Yeah,
guys. This is the intersection of our lives as people who knew nothing about improv and nothing about what's now called cinema therapy. The concept of applying a system of storytelling to support our ability to tell stories across the dinner table, as well as maybe potentially even write our stories. So these are some quotes from people who've been in your classes, and they're just little snippets, not the whole thing. But one woman said, "I'm much better prepared to stare down fear and get on with my life." What a gift! What a yeah! I found a gold mine of emotional support. Finding my PD voice helped me to feel whole again. And we've just seen that over and over. People doing the hard thing that you and Jimmy talked about. And I remember he said something like, um, the hard thing gets less hard. Is that the easy thing is still easy, but the hard thing is less hard when you practice, when you keep at it.
yeah. You can habitualize the hard thing, and therefore normalize it. And I mean, I would say a couple practical examples of my life: getting up early. That wasn't a thing for me, but when I decided I needed to, particularly with kids, because I needed some time for me, getting up at 5 or 5:30 gave me that time, and now that's just what I do. And
Wow.
working out daily, yeah, it's not a matter of, oh gosh, did I go to the gym 3 or 4 times? Like, no, I just, in some fashion, I'm going to exercise today. It may be a gym thing, it might be running, it might be playing disc golf, but I'm going to make sure I get my movement in for my body and my mind, and that clarity. And part of it might be, 15 minutes of gardening, by the way, too.
Yeah, yeah,
That,
yeah.
that can be a yes, and it may not be a exercise for 45 minutes. That's spot. It's like it might be in little blocks here and there, to realize that exercise isn't just a side thing, it's a through line, right? It's habitualized.
Yes, I hadn't thought of it that way as
Keep
habitualized.
talking, I'm letting in Stella. Keep going.
Oh, okay, yeah. The loveliness of that to me is it's your life manifesting in the way you want it to in this moment. Oh, my peanuts need to be harvested. It's the bright wheat. They've been in there long enough, and you don't. Yeah, I really love that. That it's sort of whatever it turns out to be that day, a run or whatever. Yeah.
And that's kind of taking ourselves out of the Parkinson's prison, which says exercise has to be from 9 to 10 in X class. And if I can't do it then I'm screwed. It's like, no, I mean, all the world's a stage, all the world's a gym, right?
Hmm.
We can find exercise pretty much anywhere. And it's up to us to make it fit our lives rather than think it, the world isn't built for any of us. However, the world is open to all of us if we wish to see it.
It's taking um, the bookends off. It's not defining it
That's right.
like this.
That's right.
It's it's just being open.
I like the arms out. That's exactly right.
Yeah, I love it. A couple more. Having confidence that my story makes a difference and that it matters. I mean, so these are people in your classes who, many of whom, most of whom were not writers, developed a style, had reinforcement, not just always a bunch of attagirls and attaboys, pats on the back. It was constructive criticism meant to help one understand their own story, how to make it the best it can be. And, just speaking for myself, I would disagree with you. I'd say, but I love that scene. I don't want to kill that scene. And then I would sometimes say, oh, the heck with him, and I'd leave it in. And then other times I would say, let me just take it out and leave it out for a little while and see what happens. And sometimes it needs to go back, and sometimes I'm glad I don't have to fit things around it. So there's an openness and opportunity that, again, when you play the improv games, there's no wrong answer. We may not know what's going to happen, but whatever it is right. And that's just incredibly supportive. That was kind of the main thing that I wanted to say in
I
the.
think that's important, and I want to make sure to get that out there for anybody who considers taking a class. That in a classic pedagogical, a teacher student relationship, the teacher often comes across as the domineering ruler, and what we've developed here that is very important to me is that I'm the Sherpa, right? I'm going to guide you where I think things are. And I'm also open to the fact that I may not know you, just like you guys may develop a new game. You may show me a new pathway of storytelling with your story that I've never considered. It's possible, you know, over time. My encouragement is always that we work on serving the story, right? That we become somewhat detached from it. This is also a Stephen King thing, recognizing that it's not truly ours anyway. We're only,
Yeah.
he used the archaeological metaphor to say, we're just digging up the thing that was already there. Now, our craftsmanship is how carefully we dig it up. Can we bring it up without breaking all the bones and then go, see, it's a story and it's a freaking back to the grain of sand, you know? Like, oh, that might have been a dinosaur at one point, but because you were, the way you chipped at it and were careless,
Obliterated.
you blew it apart. So, yeah, that's where the audience doesn't lie in a large enough sample size. They'll let you know. I mean, yeah, we've got our safe and brave space, and people are going to be generally supportive. But we hopefully build a space that allows people to say the two things we're always after, right? Which are, is it clear? And is it engaging? And if it's not one of those two or either of them, we've got a problem. It's a pretty simple diagnostic.
Yeah, clear and engaging are the current uh, uh, iterations of the concept that at one point was boring and confusing.
Yeah, I mean, I still have that out there, but I recognize the negative connotation of those. So it's trying to focus
Yeah.
on the opportunity of the positive. But in the end, they go together.
um, so I wrote the question why, and the answer I wrote down was true growth often comes from discomfort and exploration beyond our comfort zone. So it's just so, I just have so much joy in seeing how an improv game turns into a writing aid, a support for good writing.
So that's once again, there's the game unto itself, and most people would know improv as a performative art form, right? So we're already kind of using it in a non-traditional manner, although in its roots, that's really what it was made for back in the days of Viola Spolin. To be play-based, to be, community-based, as opposed to her son taking it and Paul Sills making it what it became in Chicago. Um, Neither one, again, no wrong answers. It's okay to use it in both ways. However, when we see, like you said, and a lot of times it just comes to me based on your guys' writing, I look at it and go, okay, what does the class need right now? It needs more of X. So I'm going to help them. We're going to play a game to help them, guide them into that space, rather than me just saying, you guys need more X, because then it's about me and I'm talking. I
Yeah,
need to experience it and go,
yeah.
oh yeah, that did feel
It's
that way. And then walk out with the game to test and apply.
and we feel that, I feel, I guess I can't speak for everybody, but I feel sometimes this game is right on target. This is exactly where we were crippled, and it's amazing and it's helpful. I just think that's so interesting and fascinating
Me
because I
too, and
didn't
I'm
get.
glad you do. I mean, it
Yeah,
opens us up to the possibility of what's next, and recognizing writing is an active breathing process. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing it or how good you are at it. You're going to need people. I mean, the best writers in the world have the best editors that constantly
yeah,
look at and challenge their work. That's the only way to get better. There's never a time any of us get to where we write and then we go, this came down from my desk. You all accept it. Dun, dun. I mean, unless you're just full of it, and you have loyal, sycophants who go, yes, yes, it's amazing. That's crap, right?
Right, right. You're going to see through it.
Yeah.
A couple more things. This would be
Well, let's save
to.
it for the next episode because we're way over
Oh,
here.
okay. We did it
Hang
again.
on to that. A couple more things. See you in a minute.
Okay.